Hey my friends, welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and I've got some stuff I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, so I've been kind of like this last little while. I've been kind of not really there. I mean, if you guys can tell, you guys have watched the content and stuff like that. I've, and then with the launch or the announcement of like Switch 2 today, like the pricing, all of that stuff. Obviously things in gaming are changing to a point where things are getting more expensive. Like I'm not like, like rich or anything like that, or like super broke or anything like that, but I'm starting to feel the squeeze in buying this stuff. Like I just spent another $100 today, getting The Last of Us 2 and South of Midnight. So I know that if I'm starting to feel a little bit like the cost of gaming and stuff, like, well, see, here's the thing though. If I was just still gaming on consoles, I probably would be fine. I probably wouldn't even care. Like I'd be fine. But buying all the extra hardware and all the other stuff, and investing in like monitors and all the stuff for the channel, stuff like that. Yeah, I can see that things are starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. So I guess is what I'm trying to say is I don't want to like sit and dwell and dread over like the price of stuff, but at the same time, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't even know why I feel like this. I seriously don't know why I feel like this, but I really don't, want to be that person that like gets people super overhyped for things to where they are putting themselves in a financial position, because like let's put it this way. Like I love games, I love gaming, I love hardware, I love tech, I love these things, man. I do, and I absolutely just want to be positive and happy about this kind of stuff. But then I also think about like my fellow like my friends. Obviously, I look at the people on the channel and the community as friends and stuff, and I know that there's people out there going through some tough times right now. Okay. We got a lot of political instability in the world. We've got freaking wars going on right now. I mean, we've got like massive inflation everywhere and stuff like that. Like things are hard to get. And guys, I think about this stuff a lot. Okay. A lot. I mean, honestly, I would say the whole time that freaking, like the last 4 years Biden was in office, we didn't hear a whole lot of drama. It was just like, oh yeah, and everything just got swept under the rug and everything was hunky-dory and the world was going fine. And then like all of a sudden, like since Trump's been back in office, I get on Twitter or like I'm just bombarded with this stuff. Like I see all of it, and so like I've been distracted. I've been distracted on the channel lately, and obviously, I work in a trade. Obviously directly tied to the steel company. Directly tied to steel and pipe and stuff like that. So, the fact of like tariffs and stuff like that, affecting the cost of, the pipe and stuff that like we work with and stuff like that. Plus, I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go through some pain. But then when I hear like all these other countries, the way they're talking back to the United States, like when I look at our national debt at like $36 trillion, and I look at our army everywhere all over the world protecting everybody and like being there, and I just think to myself, I'm like, really, man? Like you guys charge us that much in tariffs and stuff, and then you get mad when we want to, try to even the score a little bit, so that like America's not bled dry. I get, I think that listening to like the EU or some of these other freaking countries talk, I'm like, so what are we? So is America supposed to just carry everybody on their back for forever or something? Like I don't know, and I'm not trying to get political or anything like that. And if you're from one of these countries, let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling about this, because I feel like, I mean, like I pay high taxes. I I have to go to, I go to work all the time. I'm pretty sure you guys pay high taxes too. I mean, like Canada pays high taxes, the EU pays high taxes, everybody pays high taxes. And it's like why? Like what are we paying so much of these taxes for? And then you got like Elon Musk, everybody's out there freaking out about him and stuff. And like there's nowhere to hide from any of this stuff right now. Like it's in everybody's face. We see the Nintendo Switch come out, it's like $500. And there's no hiding from it. Like you see it everywhere. I mean, even as a gaming channel, I'll be on Twitter and then you got like other people that I follow like posting this stuff all the time. I post stuff every once in a while. So it's like there's nowhere to hide from it. So we might as well just talk about some of it. And like I don't care what your political beliefs are. I mean, you've been to the channel, you know mine. Like I'm, I would consider myself a conservative, but I also, I also have some like liberal, like there's liberal, there's a little bit of liberal in me for sure. I mean, and I look at the way things are going right now, and it frustrates me to think that, like, obviously this country cannot keep funding everybody else's wars and doing the stuff that they do, obviously. That's why a lot of people voted for Donald Trump. They wanted to get away from all that crap. We don't want to be in anybody else's business anymore. Like we're tired of it. Like I don't want my government or my army or my military doing anything. Like I don't want them starting wars. I don't want them trying to usurp other leaders or any of that kind of stuff. Like I don't want that kind of stuff. I used to, when you're growing up as an American, okay, at least for me anyways, growing up as an American, I would see the American flag and I would think, yeah, we're the good guys, or like, you'd see like and I'm pretty sure everybody from every country feels this way. You get that strong sense of, your country and stuff. But now it's like I look at everything on the internet and all I see is these guys just like, oh yeah, man, Trump's going to destroy the economy and destroy the world and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? If that's going to destroy the world? America is saying, hey man, no, we need to pump the brakes. We can't be paying for this stuff no more. Hey, if you want to tariff us, we're going to tariff you right back. We're going to do reciprocal tariffs. That actually sounds like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. If they're tariffing us, heck yeah, dude, do the same thing back to them. Like, why wouldn't you? That makes sense to me. If they want to no tariffs and buy our stuff and we buy their stuff, that's even better. Heck yeah, dude, competition, that is real competition. But it seems like there's no real competition. Like everybody just wants the United States to keep giving them these unfair trade imbalances. And it sucks because essentially it's basically like slave labor. Seriously. It's like, oh yeah, we just want like the Chinese people to make all our stuff cheap for free? For real? And it's like, no, man, no. Like have them people paid a real livable wage. If they're making this stuff and they're doing a good job and it's coming over and we're buying it from them, yeah, absolutely. But to say that American companies can't sell things into China, like that sucks, bro. Or the EU saying that they're they put all these tariffs, or India, the way that India like all these countries tariff us, and it's like, getting some of these American, I mean, they have no problem stealing the technology and then trying to resell it to us. Like nobody has any problem with that, but like, yeah, I'm not saying, like, trust me, I'm not trying to say that American companies are benevolent, because clearly the first chance they got to like uproot their, dude, I was 18 working at Gateway building PCs, bro. 18 working at Gateway building PCs. They shipped my job to freaking China because those people would do it way cheaper than I would. And we were getting paid like good money like back then. I was like 18, 19 bucks an hour. We were making pretty good money back then. And like all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. It was just gone. 1998, boom, gone. And I was like, what the freak, man? How's that even possible? And so, and now they're over there just making it cheaper and then sending it back to us. And it's like, essentially it's paid. It's essentially it's freaking paid labor. But see, that's where my mind's been lately, guys. Like it's so hard to function. It's so hard to focus with the instability in the world, and I kind of feel like that's the plan. That's the plan, dude. That's what they want. They want us all fighting with each other. They want us all not paying attention to what's really going on. And like I've seen so much nonsense about Trump destroying the world, and it's like, part of me wants to just say, fine, whatever, let's see what happens, you know? Part of me, like, I don't have any money invested in the stock market, and you know these rich people ain't gonna lose a lot of money. they feign like, oh, we're losing money, but then it always suddenly comes back, and they get richer and richer and richer, and it's like, dude, I'm tired of them crying wolf, man. Like, I'm tired of them crying wolf. Like, if the rich people are gonna actually freaking, you know, like seriously, look at the stock market. Have these guys lost a nickel? I mean, the stupid ones do. The ones that are like, oh my gosh, and they freak out and they sell all their shit. And then Warren Buffett's like, yeah, it's a tax on the people. And it's gonna, bruh, yeah, you're right. It is a tax on the people. It is. But like most of the shit that we're buying, we don't even need. Like seriously, what do you need? Food? You need water. You need clothes. You need like, you need sensible things. Like most of the shit we buy, we don't even need. There's a 50 different types of like every product nowadays. Like seriously, you don't need most of it. Like you legitimately don't need most of this stuff. Honestly, think about it this way. If we were to all go back to the 50s and buy only the products that were available during those days, I think all of us would be just fine. Seriously. Like I was thinking about this on the way to work today. I was like, dude, if we just went back and only bought the kind of stuff that was available, you know, you get like your radio, your TV, your car, obviously your fridge, you know, your washer, your dryer, maybe like, I don't know, whatever they had back in the 50s. Like legitimately, if we went back to those times, I bet we would be fine, bro. Like I bet we would be fine and we would still have extra money and stuff like that. You know, I mean, obviously you'd have like magazines or newspapers or something like that because you wouldn't have cell phones or any of this other stuff. You would have a landline. Like there's ways that you could literally legitimately survive with what we make nowadays. And I was thinking about this and it's like, yeah, even though houses are like $400,000 now, whereas back in those times were like $5,000 maybe or something like that. Like it seems like it's significantly higher, but they were like making like $1 a day or something. You know what I mean? Like $1.25 an hour or something. You know what I mean? Like, and now we're making like significantly more than that, and houses and everything's are significantly more. It's not. I mean, like inflation just means that the price of everything goes up and your money's worth less, but the fact of the matter is we have so much more. I mean, we have so many options nowadays. Like you go to a store and there's way too much options, man. We are buying stuff. Like I look at my spending habits and I look at my wife's spending habits and stuff, and I think about that and I'm like, man, we spend a lot of money on like dumb stuff. Like we do. Like we really do just like have most of the stuff we don't even need. Like I've got. Yeah, like you just gotta look at that. Like all of the things that we buy, most of the stuff we don't even need. So yeah, if tariffs go up, that just means you're gonna buy less stuff. It really does. And it's kind of a double-edged sword too though. If you stop buying stuff, then places close. Yeah, I mean, then everybody stops buying things, then deflation happens and everything just starts going cheaper and stuff like that. This thing is very, very weird. Honestly, with the way that Trump is talking about doing like his little tariff things, okay, if he does his little tariffs and the rest of the world reacts and they try to go tit for tat and like do some stupid thing, that literally just shows the United States that like, hey man, these guys were never your friends, bro. These guys were always just on your tail just for what you could give them. So cut them off completely. Boom. Seriously, just cut them off. Cut them off completely, man. If they're gonna even go tit for tat, I mean, seriously. And I know that I kind of feel like this is the way Donald Trump is thinking about this. He's like, all right, let's test these guys. Let's test them. Let's see who's really our friends and who's really our foes. And he says, all right, I'm going to put a blanket tariff out there. We're going to do tit for tat. We're going to do reciprocal things. And I bet you anything. This is just to see who's really with America and who's not. I guarantee it. Like you just got to look at the way the guy thinks and the way he talks. He's probably just testing the whole world right now to see who really believes what the Americans believe and who really believes what, you know, that are just there for the money. You know what I mean? Because we need to know that. Like we absolutely need to know that. In this time and age, it's like, hey, dude, like if you're really a friend of the USA, you know, because of all of our brothers, all of our sisters, all of our sons. When there's a war, we're all there together. We're all there together, and we all bleed, we all lose lives, everything. Okay, you know, and it is what it is. You know, if there's an evil in the world, we all rise up and we all fight it. And so, you know, when we look at this, you know, it's like who's there, you know? I mean, for me, like to like put themselves in, you know, to like really figure it out. Like the ones that were like, okay, you know what, man, let's just get rid of tariffs, Trump. We don't want to take anything from you. Let's try out fair competition. Let's try fair competition. Let's see how it works. No problem, man. If that's what you want right now, let's do it. Yeah, the world's messed up right now. We should all zero tariffs. We should all get our own books in order. We should stop wasting money. We should go through all the stuff that we're wasting, spending. We should get our own Elon Musk over here to go through and get all the government waste out. Boom. Like, I think that every government on the planet needs to be overhauled. Like, seriously, I absolutely believe that. They need to be overhauled. They need to get rid of all the waste. They need to get back down to being fiscally responsible. They need to start, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. They've got people, like, people need to go back to work and seriously start, you know, taking life seriously. Like, taking life seriously. We got people living, we got guys at 35 years old living in their parents' basement still. It's time. Like, it's time to bring back, you know, like, self-respect and decency, and you know what I mean? Like, it's time. It is absolutely time. So yeah, guys, my mind's been kind of messed up right now, so I wanted to make, you know, this video and, you know, just kind of talk about things, because I feel like if something doesn't change, like what do we do, man? Like, I want to be excited and happy about gaming, but then I see Nintendo Switch 2 come out at $500 with $90 games, and I'm like, oh my gosh, really, Nintendo? Really, bro? And then I look at that and I'm like, gosh, you know, and this is what's kind of set me off. It's like I buy a 5070 Ti, you know, AMD sends me the 9070 XT, and this card's like $690 or $599. But then we're seeing these things that are like $1,000, and I'm like, dude, like how do I like represent that, or how do I show that off with a smile on my face and be like, yeah, guys, you should buy a $1,000 card? It's like I don't know, man. At like $750 to $800. Okay, like I would pay that for an NVIDIA AIB, no problem with that for an AMD one. But when we start getting up to $1,000 for these cards with a $599 MSRP, no, man, $400 AIB, no, that will never be worth it. Why would it be? What, like, seriously, why would it be? $750 for the 5070 Ti, I paid $939 for it. That was well within a couple $100 for an AIB. Well within that. Anything more than a couple $100 over MSRP, that starts to get to a point where it's like, no, dude, this is ridiculous. What's going on here? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, and I see these things going up, and it's like they already priced in the tariffs. They had already priced that in. You know, $599 was the MSRP for the base models. And then above that, they had already priced in these tariffs, okay? Like, that's all been priced in. So anything above and beyond that these guys are trying to like be like, oh no, that's just like super greed. And it's like, no, man, this is not gonna fly. You can't, you know, 750, 800 max for 9070 XT. That's 800 max for 9070 XT. I think that's fair. You know, obviously, you know, the NVIDIA, you know, I don't know. Like, you're gonna have to pay for that, whatever you want. But like, you know, for 9070 XT, okay, $939. No, yeah. See, that $100, like, yeah, there's a $150 difference. So yeah, $800. That's more than enough for them to price in. They've already priced in their freaking. Yeah, I don't know. See, this is why I don't like to get into the whole pricing thing. That's why I would just rather cover the products and have fun and make content instead of, you know, worrying about that. But we've got so many other content creators out there beating the horse over the pricing. So it's like, what do I do? Like, obviously I have to address it. Obviously I have to say something about it, you know, and so I don't know. Here we are. with another video that, like, I'm just distracted lately. I'm so distracted lately that I don't know. I don't know what to say. Well, I mean, we'll see how things go. Trump announced this thing, the reciprocal tariffs at 50% or half or whatever other countries are charging the U.S. I personally don't see it as a bad thing. But then again, I don't know. Like, we're on uncharted waters in this day and age with the way the economic system is this day and age. Like, we're in uncharted waters for sure. For sure we are. We definitely are. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this is interesting, man. I don't think we've ever been here, but obviously something's got to change. Obviously something's got to change. Like, things are just way ridiculous. But like I said, you know, if we were in the 50s and we were only buying the stuff that we had available then, I think we would still be fine, you know, but then there wouldn't be the money. Like, I don't know. See, the economy's messed up. It's been broken for a long time. And the people that have been running it and skimming off the top and making themselves wealthy by running our government, like, those are the people that are, yeah, that should answer for this. You know, like, I can only say, you know, this is going to be tough, man. This is going to be hard for everybody. So, all right, guys, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.